Hello, everyone. I'm LB, and today is Wednesday, June 11th, and today is the first day of the rest of our lives. And I'm just going to give you all a little bit of an update of what's been going on. I didn't make a video yesterday, but I didn't really actually do much yesterday, so I'll make sure to make up a little bit with that. I think I'm going to start maybe telling y'all some stories of some of the things I've been getting into. There's just so many things around the city that they make me laugh a lot. Some of the stuff I've been getting into and but yesterday I pretty much just I've just been getting out my resume to as many people as I possibly can. I've been working really hard with my dad to follow up on some of the connections that he's been able to make me. It's very important. And I was actually supposed to have an interview this morning. I got a call yesterday from a company that had found my profile on Career Builder. And I talked to this gentleman. We had a good conversation on the phone. He kind of interviewed me right on the spot, and he seemed really, really interested in me, almost too much, you know. And I've interviewed plenty of times. I know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm very good at interviewing, but corporate America is a lot different, and you can't trust people right away. So it was just something that set me off a little bit that he was so into it. Anyways, he sent me a follow up email confirming the time that we were supposed to meet. And I was going to go in, interview, practice, maybe get ready for a bigger interview that I could possibly have, get warmed up, if you will. And so I was ready for that. I was ready to get in my suit. I love being in my suit. But as I started looking into the company, I'm not going to mention the company, they had some really bad reviews from people who seem to have been in my similar situation. And it set me off just a little bit more. So I did a little bit more research, and it turns out that it was a company that the work that they were offering, I really wasn't interested in the first place. But even still, I was ready to go in and interview. Well, when I got their confirmation emails, it set me off over the edge to the point where I don't want to go in. And so these emails consisted of too much. They wanted too much information from me and for me to do too much. I know that sounds bad, maybe lazy to some degree, but it was like I would have to go onto their website, which I don't mind, register, which I don't mind, apply for the job. Okay, yeah. Submit my resume. And then it starts to get a little crazy. They want me to sign up on another website so that I may sign some documents for them. I have no idea what the documents are for or why they would need them. I had to register on another website so I could confirm that I was coming to the interview, which I think is weird because I already had told the guy that I was interested. Of course, I'm going to come in on time. They also wanted me to do several tests. They wanted me to do a Word evaluation, a PowerPoint evaluation, an Excel evaluation, an Outlook evaluation, and a 3-minute typing test. On top of all that, they wanted me to bring in my references, which I don't mind. But they said they plan to call them in front of me, which I feel is kind of weird. They also wanted me to bring in 2 more copies of my resume. And assuming they already have my resume online, I just thought that was a little weird as well. Also, for the evaluations, I would have needed to print out all the instructions, and that in and of itself is a problem because there is no printer in this house. And on top of all of that, I had to bring in 2 forms of ID to prove who I am. And I can understand that to some point, but all of that for an interview was just seemed like a little bit much to me. A little bit much. And I'm not so desperate to do that for an interview. Additionally, the gentleman informed me that it would most likely be a minimum wage job, which at this point I can't afford. And so this morning I woke up early and I emailed him and I told him that I appreciated his offer, but I was interested in some other companies and that I would not be making it to the interview. And he sent me an email back, and he also called me and left a message. And it was, I mean, I don't mind, but they were condescending in a way that he was like, almost like, really? You think you could get a job without me? Are you sure this is a good choice? And yeah, I think it's a good choice. He's called me again and they emailed me again. And so it just seems a little bit too needy. If a company is hiring, they're not needy. You know, they usually have the pick of a litter if it's a good company. And so just them hounding me continuously sets this whole thing off for me. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Damn, the sun's all up in my face right now. But I'm going to continue to look for a better job that I know I deserve, and I know I could do a lot better for a good company that would appreciate me. I value myself higher than that. So today, I actually did take the walk to go print out some resumes. It was a nice walk. Threw in my headphones, feeling good, laughing at some of the people around the town, hiking up the hills, sweating, just enjoying myself and being able to get out of the house. I've been locked up inside of here, dishing out my resume like it's candy. And I get nibbles. I've been having nibbles, but I more or less have my fingers crossed for some of the jobs that I have been referenced to. And so I've been brushing up on my interviewing skills, reading, and looking into more social psychology, which, as you all know, I'm very into. And in doing so, it just makes me feel so much more comfortable with myself. And It's if you all don't know about it, you should definitely look into it. It's a very light feeling. You feel free when you can just accept yourself and have absolutely no insecurities. Who cares? Who cares what people think? Value yourself, love yourself, as if you are Kanye West's mirror. So Monday, when I went to the Giants game, I've always wanted to go to AT&T Park, and let me tell you, it was amazing. I loved it, every second of it. Walked around the whole park. I was just so enthralled with everything to see, everything there was, and it's in such a beautiful location. We were sitting up quite high, but we were sitting on the right field side of the field, and you could see out over the bay, and it just felt so serene to be out there. And of course I had to have a beer. That's part of going to a baseball game. You relax, you have a good time. I ended up going with some of Eric's buddies. They're Japanese guys studying abroad here. Lucky them, San Francisco. And I had a blast with them. They seem to have liked me. And in fact, they offered me a place to live if I need it. They've been looking for an English speaking roommate so that they may practice English. And it's something I may look into because they were some good guys. Additionally, I'm way into the Japanese culture. My favorite style of drawing is American comic style, but I really started getting into my anatomy and drawing, and when I really started to improve, it was when I was working and doing Japanese anime. My one of my old roommates, Rob, taught me a lot, and it's very fun style, very interpretive. I also like animes and stuff like that. They have very good stories and music, good characters, good plots, good action. One of my heroes still to this day is a man you all may know. His name is Goku. He is a good guy. I like to try to live my life by some Goku ethics. But, you know, I've got to continue what I'm doing and move forward, and try to progress. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, and I'm running out of time. So it was interesting. After the game, it got really cold, and I was in short sleeves, and it's about a 45-minute walk from where I'm staying currently here. And Eric refused to let me walk home. So I've usually been walking everywhere. And so he sent me home on the Muni. And the Muni is the public bus system that they have here. And it was my first time riding it, and it was fun. It was a good time. They have a good system out here, and I was able to get home a lot quicker, a lot warmer, and probably a lot safer as well. It was very late. So yeah, today I'm going to continue passing out my resumes, and I'm actually going to do a little tour of where I'm staying currently, and I'll be getting booted out of in 2 weeks, hopefully to my own place. I'm still nervous. I'm really running out of time, but with the networking I'm doing, I think I might be able to extend my time if I need to, but I don't think I'll need to.